I don't know what to
understand.
do. I don't know if I should.
Do you want
I have a
to
separate.
restart?
I would go back to the other one if you can. Do you have
I
a
think
choice?
she's on the other one right now. I think that's the problem. She's on the other one. She can't get into the one that was set up for her because I think that's what she mentioned. She couldn't get on it, so she's on the one that's not for herself. So,
Hi, everyone.
hello, everybody. We're having technical difficulties. As you can see, Jessica is frozen and blurry because she has like internet issues and things like that. So I'm not sure.
I can't even say she has Elsie internet anymore.
No, it's actually worse than my internet. No, I mean, even back in the day, I had slightly better because my download speeds at that time were around 3.5 plus, like up to 5. And then we had the down. She might. Maybe we can text. Like we should. I'll text her and tell her.
Okay, you
to restart. Restart
me.
your computer.
Elsie,
That's what I would do.
Yeah, Jess gets mad at me when I mansplain, she says.
And then try to log into your other thing. Into the other account. There we go. Yeah, we'll do that. And am I quiet here? This should be. So
while we're waiting, remember I said I sent an email to somebody and they told about their audio quality, and I said, hey, just a call, I'm not going to charge anything. I'm not trying to be a client or anything. I'm not trying. It's not a sales call. They told me to
remember.
Well, they just sent me another email and said, hey, is that offer still available?
Oh, that's great.
And now she's here, but her devices are not connected.
She's here, but her devices are not connected.
Oh my gosh. Oh, here she comes.
I'm here. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're waiting for you. We're just having a chat while we wait for you.
Very sorry. He just rebooted the router I was trying to connect to, so hopefully everything will go smoothly.
You look fantastic.
You look much better than you did before. Before you were just a blurry mess.
Oh, lovely.
Or back in the day.
You're probably better off for that one, actually.
Or as Billy Crystal used to say, you look marvelous.
Marvelous. Simply marvelous, darling.
Marvelous.
Okay, 306 is the episode. Right?
Yeah. Look at you starting to record without all of us starting to record even. I'm just checking on our community thing.
You didn't start recording yet, Jess, did you?
No, I'm just setting it up because it fucks up every time and then I have to go back.
That's fine. I decided to just record right off the Rodecaster. I stopped doing it because it takes a long time to go from the Rodecaster to the computer transfer. But now what I do is I let it go and then I go eat lunch. When I come back, it's done.
I recorded, John, I don't know how to fix this, and I haven't, these are the types of things that I don't have time for this crap.
Okay.
I recorded on the Rodecaster Pro just the audio of our She Podcast mini con for Podfest so that I could have it, right? So I would say in the way that the Rodecaster Pro has worked in the past, if I have it I recorded it straight into the card, right, inside of the Rodecaster Pro. I connected it to the thing. There's a little transfer thing, and then you press the little transfer thing, and it sends it to the computer. Am I right? Yeah. That's right. And then it gives you all the different tracks, correct?
I got to think about this because now when I do it, and I use the assistant.
Yeah, that's what
I put it into a file. It gives me each individual track. Before it used to give you a poly. What is that called? A poly.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what it does. It gives you each individual track. But what happened with me is that I said, go ahead, do it. And then what it did is it gave me one stereo track of the whole thing. And so I was like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to get all of the tracks. Like I was expecting all of the tracks and I just got the one. And I don't want the one because obviously the audio is totally different. My audio is different than the audio from the computer. So I was hoping to get two separate files, like the audio from our guests and the audio from me. I didn't get that.
I have to double check this because I've been through the settings in this and I'm not 100% sure. And they've changed it. There's change. So you used to get one file that was a I keep wanting to say polyamorous file. You get a poly file. They would have all
Patrick Keller, so nice to see you. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
They would have all 14 tracks in there. And then I used to have to use this thing called, what's it called? Give me just a second.
Yeah, but I remember those Wave Agent files.
Wave Agent, and then I would be able to separate them. But now when I do it, I get every file, every track by itself. I don't get just a stereo track. I get
this is why I was confused, because that's the way that it used to be. It like would transfer over, and it's a 3.5 hour track, right? It's a 3.5 hour thing. And I thought, okay, I'm just gonna press the button and go away. Like you said, it's going to take forever. I knew that already. So I just put the thing on and I left, came back, one file, one stereo, no other choices. And it happened fairly quickly. So I think that there's a setting in there that I don't know. Maybe I set it.
I'd have to look at it. I'd have to look into it and see what the settings are.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh my God. And
Tara says you have to check to make sure the multi-track is turned on in the settings. Let me double check that real quick.
The multi-track's turned on in the settings. Okay, let's see.
Audio, multi-track.
Where would it be? Where's the multi-track?
Multi-track, bypass audio processing. No, this is one of the problems I have with this. Operations. No. SD card. Let's see what that says. No, I don't see anything in there either. I'd have to go back to it.
Unless it's on the, I don't know if it.
I'll have to dig into it.
I don't see the multi-track either, so.
Because I do get multi-track. Oh, well.
I'm sorry?
I get each track.
Yeah, I that's what I used to get. I don't know what happened. But anyway, we should just get started.
Yeah, we're going to get started.
So we can keep on. Our people are like, oh my God, this is the most boring conversation. But anyway.
Oh, it's not just them. It's me as well.
Yeah, I know. Advanced audio multi-track. Look, Tara, thank you so much. Advanced. Wait, is it on the Rodecaster Pro? Advanced audio multi-track.
Audio.
Where's the advanced?
Multi-track.
Advanced?
Yeah, but what I get is micro SD card, USB.
Audio.
Bypass audio processing and post fader. Oh. But I don't see where you enable that. I was in there once.
Crap. Does that mean then, Tara, does that mean that because I had this off, I only have it now? I only have it like not in the different ones? Because I have it off on the SD card.
Let's see.
I'm so confused now.
Yeah, I have to go back to this because
on each input. Oh my God. I'm so annoyed. Thanks, Tara, for walking us through this crap show that I have now.
I have it set up to do each track, but I just don't remember how I did it.
I don't remember either.
No, like
I said, it used to be fine. Like, I don't know what happened, and I don't even know. Maybe I changed it, and I have zero idea. But what else? But before we get started, y'all, I wanna. We just have been reading a lot and watching videos the last few days. Oh well, thanks, Tara. Hey, thank you so much for watching all the things. So there are a couple of links that were just posted in the chat there. That is for a Libsyn demo that's happening tomorrow. If anybody wants to sign up, it's free. It's really an absolute, if you guys take a look at that landing page, it really explains like everything that's happening in April for Libsyn. It has it's going to have a complete walkthrough of the new interface for Libsyn 5. So especially those of you who are either Libsyn podcasters or that serve a lot of Libsyn podcasters yourself, you need to show up so that you get an opportunity to ask questions and to see what everything looks like and whatever. It is a free crowdcast event. It is tomorrow at 6 p.m. We currently have like over 800 people signed up, which is crazy. And
wow.
and there's going to definitely be a replay in that on once you like sign up for the crowdcast event. If you cannot attend, there's going to be a replay there. So please feel free to sign up. You'll get a notification and you can immediately watch it. Even if you can't make it right at 6 o'clock, you can watch it at 7 o'clock whenever we're finished. And the second thing that I want you all, and the reason we're doing this not on the show is because all of this is going to be moot by the time this show goes live. So there is an amazing webinar happening from my friends over at Afros and Audio. And it is called Empowerment, Not Pity, Making Podcasting More Accessible. It's $10, y'all. It's $10. Afros and Audio is a great organization. And what this specific webinar is all about illustrating the value of accessibility from the perspective of disabled podcast creatives, audiences, and audio makers. So it has a very specific focus. It is from 7 to 8:30. So it's an hour and a half on Thursday. Is that right? March 24th, Wednesday, March 24th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. The link is, we're sharing it here so that you can check it out. It seems like this is going to be a very, very good thing for anybody who's interested in any of this, especially when it comes to podcasting, to show up, because it is going to be an ongoing conversation. So might as well start to sort of, this is a great place to answer all the questions you have about accessibility, because I don't know. So thank you. That is
please
it.
Attend so you don't ask Elsie.
That's right. That's right. Or in the She Podcast group. I don't know. I know that you put links
in Periscope, and I just want to know if anyone is listening on Periscope, will you please post a comment so we know that you exist?
Well, I think the Periscope is, you know what? It's the Twitter thing. So I don't know if anybody can actually comment directly from Twitter or whatevs. So
I thought Periscope gave you that capability.
I might be able to.
If not, then don't. It's fine.
As the show starts, I might go over to Twitter and see if I can send it from Twitter.
Yeah, that would be cool. And see if you can comment on Twitter or whatever. That would be just for us to check it out.
All right. Let's get ready to record.
Let's get ready.
Ready to record.
Here we go.
Ready, guys?
Mm-hmm.
I am ready. Here I am.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Press record.
Doing it.
All right, so we're 13 minutes between so you can just look and say, look at the time and then take 13 minutes off, and that's how long the show's going to be.
That's how long. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm like, what? What does that mean?
Did I confuse everyone?
Math. It's mathy.
It's too math. It's too mathful.
It's mathalish.
Mathalicious.
It's mathalicious. All right.
All right. Music.
Hello. Welcome to She Podcast episode 306. I am your co-host, Jessica Kupferman. With me, as always, the very energetic Elsie Escobar and the former basement dweller, John Jamingo. Are you going back to the basement, though?
I can't make up my mind. I don't like this room because of the echo in the room.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a window here, and I can see civilization. If I go down in the basement,
it's nice to see fresh air. Otherwise, you feel like you're in a penitentiary.
You're in a penitentiary.
It is so. I can't even tell you what a game changer it is for me to have windows and to have the option of being able to look out the windows. It's just so much better.
It is better. I agree.
Yes. So
I might just sound treat this room and stay here.
Can I just tell you guys, I'm going to go visit someone who's here from out of town because she grew up here and her dad's in the hospital or something, and I'm a little nervous because, because of the pandemic and stuff, like, I do look a little like I've been in jail for a year. Like, my roots are not being dyed until tonight, and, like, that's kinda like how we all look, is like that we've been in the clink for a year. That's how I feel anyway. No?
Wait, you said that you were a little afraid? Is that what you
I'm
said?
just nervous to see her. First
Oh,
of all, I never
nervous.
the college roommate. I haven't seen her in a
Oh.
really long time. But also, like, I certainly don't look as good as I did last time she saw me because, I was able to leave the house and get manicures and pedicures and hair dye and stuff. Right now, I
But
just
Oh my
look,
gosh.
I got to go
you
with
know,
the whole thing as they matter, they won't mind, and if they mind, they won't matter, right?
Yeah, I
she's
wouldn't.
not gonna care. I'm just saying for me, it's
Exactly.
weird.
Okay, no, I get it. I mean, yes, absolutely. Like I was
She
just
doesn't
thinking
care. She's like a
about
sister.
there's yeah, when it comes to like investing in a lot of the things that oftentimes you don't really even think about until you're traveling, like I was just thinking about when I was in well actually it was really just about LA. I remember specifically how much that mattered to me every time that I had to go to work, that there were some really vital things that needed to happen
Yeah.
every time I went to work, like the kind of like the makeup that I was wearing, the jewelry that I was wearing, the where my hair looked, making sure that I wasn't like totally stinky. Like I had three separate, like I had so many black outfits because we had to wear black whenever I used to go serve at the restaurant, and the types of shoes that I was wearing. And there was all of this stuff that I
Totally.
had that was like absolutely must have stuff in my
Yep.
house constantly. And now
Yep,
when I
me
look
too.
back, I'm like, how did I even spend all that time? Like, what did
How
I
did I
even
even find
do?
time to do it is a better question. I had a whole system for my hair that involved 4 products and turning upside down and some kind of diffuser. I don't do any of it now.
This is what
I've
I
got
like. I remember my beauty routine was a lot more. Like, I remember
a lot more.
specifically when I took a shower, like there were all of these things that I did, and like the face stuff and like all the late like there was like all of these things that I used to do, and now I don't even remember what products I actually used and why I used those things.
I remember my
I can't
products.
remember.
I mean, because I use the same ones every day. I used a specific blue eyeliner. I used a specific pink lipstick. I wasn't really allowed much else, but I had L'Oreal pumping curls that I used on my hair, in addition to some kind of like weird silicone shiny thing that I put in there. And then for shampoo and conditioner, I used St. Ives jojoba, which was like
Jojoba.
pink.
Jojoba
Jojoba.
pink.
It was pink and smelled a little like, I don't know, like fruit kind of. It was like a fruity smell. I don't know. I didn't really wear.
Anyway,
A
Anyway,
lot,
yeah,
that was back when we cared.
a lot of my
yeah.
men friends decided that it was okay now because of the pandemic to go back to the 70s. Like Dave
Yeah, that's what
Jackson.
Patrick's saying. Everyone looks like
Oh
hipster.
my god,
Yes,
that's right.
his
Yeah, like
hair is
Dave
so
Jackson,
long.
he looks like he should be at a Grateful Dead concert. The other
Well,
day,
see,
there's some
here's where I think all of that comes into play. It's the fact that we're not getting immediate feedback from other human beings around us that are not our immediate family, or, there are some of us who actually live alone. So the only way that you get any kind of feedback is when you see
Right,
people like on screen, and that's not the
right.
same way. So
right.
I think
No,
that
it's not the
something
same.
happens
I saw Dave
when
the
you
other
don't
Trevor
have
Noah, Trevor Noah's afro
Hello,
is
Joe.
really popping.
Yeah.
Wait, who's
It
popping?
is
What?
like he has not had a haircut. Trevor Noah.
Oh,
Do
he
you know Trevor
hasn't had a
Noah?
haircut?
No.
Yeah.
He
I don't know him
no, he
personally.
usually has a very close. He usually has a very close buzz, but like he's been doing his show from I guess his basement, and it's always in a
Right.
hoodie, and he's always got like a. It's like mine. It's like almost as big as mine. It's ridiculous, but it's true. It's huge. I
Well, I
love it.
mean, there's just like a lot of stuff. And I was just thinking, like, I know. Okay, so we're going to go into the NSFW part of the show now.
Oh boy.
But what about
Thank you for the
like
warning.
all of the private parts taking care of business? Like, I honestly never have gone and
bikini
gotten my
waxes?
privates taken care of. Like, huh?
Like bikini waxes and stuff?
Yeah, like all of that stuff, and like I've had my legs waxed in the past, but nothing else. And I was just thinking, like, have the has that gone down? Like those businesses,
Of
have
course.
they been?
You can't go in person and do that. I wouldn't stick my nether regions in someone's face right now. No way.
Well, that
I
part
think
of you isn't really contagious.
it doesn't matter. Someone else's face might go there later.
I mean, I don't know. I could understand. I
Someone
could
else's
understand
face
your
is
mouth.
going to be down there that might not want to get sick.
Well,
just
the thing
saying,
is,
like-
though, if
Well,
it's
there's also-
listen, if
There's also
you
a lot of
are
screaming,
like
isn't there?
what?
Isn't there a lot of screaming when the waxing is going on? Like, woo, wah, and there's like that.
Well, there could be. I'm
there.
assuming
Yeah.
that there can be. But see, here's what I was thinking. I'm like, wouldn't a dentist have more of a possibility of like infection or like transmission of a virus than?
Yeah, but that shit's an emergency if you have a dental thing. The other thing is not
Okay.
an emergency. It's cosmetic. Here's
Right.
what I would say. You can shave and you can use like Nair or something to get rid of the hair. But also yesterday I just saw a commercial for a razor by Gillette Venus that is specifically for pubic hair, and they had pubic hair written out on the television.
Really?
I was shocked by this. Not that they created the razor, but that they said pubic hair in a commercial. I was like, oh my
Haven't you-
Really? But
Lord.
then how is it different? Like, is it? I don't even know how I would begin to even
The
design
razor is
something.
somehow different to go around the curves of your crotch, and like something about the hair. There's different blades for the hair. Hold on, maybe I can find it. Hold on.
Wait, look, my hip and cool
Venus.
girlfriend still go get waxed here, and so you know, mind you, Joe, good.
It is called
I
the
wouldn't
Venus.
even know where to begin. I don't even know if that even exists over where I live because it's hippie town. So it's like probably, you know what they would find though here? There would be like, I don't know if y'all had seen this, but here it was very hip to color your armpit hair.
Mhm.
So then it would just be, you know, pink and blue
I like that.
and green.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Let's
here
go
we
to the
go.
screen share.
Gillette
Okay.
Venus. New pubic hair and skin. Major news for your labia majora. Meet the
Oh
new way to
wow, look
care-
at that. Now could you imagine them coming up with that? Major news for your labia majora.
Meet the
Good
new way
Lord.
to care for down there. And I don't okay, there's a starter kit. The one-time delivery includes everything you need to shave, soothe, and smooth. Prep for your shave with a 2-in-1 cleanser and shave gel. Groom with precision with the razor, and then maintain your smoothest with a daily soothing serum. So they have a skin exfoliant.
Yeah, okay, I
they have a shave
understand.
gel.
But I still don't see.
The
I guess it's
razor,
just thinner.
It's
just
specifically
skinnier.
designed to help skin from irritation. It's patented irritation defense bar, and optimally spaced blades allow the blades to cut hair while barely touching the skin. Well, where were you 2 years ago before the pandemic? That's what I'd like to know. This
I
only
think
is
maybe
happening
it's
because
of the
I
pandemic.
think that's what I'm saying. This is only here. Hold on, I gotta stop sharing. Okay, this is only a thing now because we can't go get waxed. Although some of us are very brave in Southern California, but the rest of us, haven't waxed, and so they're like, "What can we do for these hairy jungle women? Let's see, what can we do?"
Well, us men, we
Very
we
young
have a
women. I mean,
It's
how?
called, men have a thing called manscape. In other words,
Yeah, manscaping. Mm-hmm.
manscape. It's a like a trimmer, like a like an electric one. You buzz around down there.
Yeah,
And
Patrick
it's
says
supposed
they
to
say
not-
pubic hair in the commercial. They do. They say it in the commercial. It was the most. I'm like, I know I'm a prude, but I wasn't offended, but I was shocked.
Well, what
Because
about
what
the
I
labia
really need-
majora?
I know. Well, that's not said in the commercial. That's just on the website. But what I'm saying is,
Oh.
like, I don't
But
want my
still,
little
though.
boy to ask me what that is. I mean, he knows what it is, but I don't want him to say, "Why did they say?" I mean, it's just.
Just say no. They say public hair.
Are we all done being demure? Has Generation Z and the first people to ever work in an advertising agency just decided for us that we're no longer going to be demure? We're just going to say labia majora, pubic hair. And I mean, I'm not saying I need to call it my hoo-ha, but like,
Right.
you could be a little subtle,
You think so?
That's all I'm saying.
I don't think so, dude.
I'm not saying
I
you
think
have
it's-
to use medical terms. I'm just saying, like, you could just be like, for for the hair that whatever. Why does it have to be medical? That's all I'm saying. Jeez, it's on television. You want to write about it all day. I know.
What would
I
be
hear
an
myself,
acceptable
believe me.
word? What would be an acceptable word for that on television that wouldn't make somebody go,
a specific razor designed for the hair
Those
you
hard
use
to
to
reach
wax.
parts.
How about we say crotchal region? Can we say in the
No,
crotchal
dude.
region?
Give me a break. That is what it is. It needs to be called what it is. The end.
It's the crotchal region.
It's crotch is just such a not good term. Whatever.
Why?
Pubic hair is perfect. It's what it is.
right?
Downstairs. Joe says downstairs. The
Right.
hair down there.
Downstairs is good. The hair down there is very specific. You don't mean
Yeah,
your
the
toes.
hair down there. Yeah, that's good too. But alas, though, come on, give me a break. It's pubic hair. That's what it is.
God, I know that's what it is.
Also, yeah, and yes, but yeah, I don't think that here that is a thing. There's way too much hair coming out of everybody's parts here. It's like hair, like as in not only in the armpits, but like the long hair, like every hair is long hair. So I don't.
Yeah.
And there's like, so if you want to get shaved and things or the stuff taken off, that doesn't exist. But every corner has a tattoo parlor and a piercing place. So
Of course.
might as well just get pierced or get tattooed.
Yeah,
and
Patrick votes
that
no on
is
crotchal.
a lot.
Yeah, you get it for a threefer. You go for a tattoo, a piercing, and a waxing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I know
But
this.
anyway,
It's
I don't
gotta
know.
go.
Where did
I mean,
this even...
I have definitely made efforts to see, I've definitely taken my stand against the man and pubic hair and decided that I smell a lot better when I just am less of a feminist in this category. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I also think that it also depends on the person, because there are some people who just happen to not be, I can't say blessed
Smelly?
or cursed by much extra hair stuff. And, it just depends. It depends on your body. It depends on your body type. It depends on what that feels like for you or how comfortable that is for you. I just saw somebody else talking about the need to totally take care of business down there if you're doing like biking, like long distance, like speed biking, or like you do workouts on the bike and actually
like the
going
Amazon down there otherwise.
Yeah, because I guess it just hurts a lot. And
Hurts,
anyway,
pulls, smells, sweats. Yeah, I'm sure it's a goddamn nightmare.
La 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 la. So podcasting, Patrick, is like.
How did we get this?
Yes, okay. Let's move into some podcasting related news.
Is it? For once,
let's look at our show notes.
Okay.
So if anybody would like to know when we are going live and you capture all of because Jessica did put the website up and she showed us the razor for those of you who are not watching live, you can hear our discussion of it, but you never got a chance to see it. So if you do want to be in the know, you need to make sure that you put this or like send, what is it? Hello? Is it hello or yes? I don't know. Yes. Over at 302-240-3425, 302-240-3425, and say yes. Text yes to that number. That's going to get us get you in the little list so that we can make sure that we let you know when we're live. And you literally get a text and you can just tap through to the live YouTube
when we're
link.
On a webinar, when we're getting a sale, when we're doing anything.
When I have interesting things to share with
Elsie will text you.
All of those things. So 302-240-3425. And now why don't we just get started with a little bit of feedback? We have audio feedback from our friend Bonnie. Are you ready for that, John?
Hey, Jess and Elsie, it's Bonnie. I heard your episode about, I think it was ambivalent. Anyway, Jess was talking about the spark and the car and could it blow up, etc. And that really is true. Obviously, Jess has not blown up yet, and we want that to continue. It happened at a Shell station years ago with a sister from a friend of mine. A spark ignited when she was pumping her gas She literally blew up. She died. And that's what started this whole thing. So ideally, when you're pumping gas, you need to be touching the side of the car before you pump it. So supposedly that takes away the spark. I don't know, but that's where it all comes from. I understand that you don't really want to hear about it. I'm with you. I get that. Anyway, that's where it comes from. Love you guys. Love the episode, as always.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you for that optimistic and powerfully positive message. Did she say she was with a friend and they blew up?
No,
in
it's
front of her
one
face?
of her. No, she wasn't
friend's
with her
sisters.
friend.
Oh,
Her
Dude.
friend's sister.
Yeah.
her friend's sister blew up and died at the
Yeah.
gas station.
Yes, because there was a spark, and that's what happened.
I'm so glad I shared this story with you guys about.
It has to do with static electricity and being able to be grounded. Now your tires on the ground separate the car from ground, and so what you are the ground. So when you touch the car, you are now grounding. So I'm not sure you're supposed to be touching the car. I don't think you should be touching the car. I think you should be just, because the gas handle is also grounded. So this way you don't want to spark. Once that spark hits, kaboom.
Well, thank God I'm alive. I guess that's all I can say. Thank
In New Jersey,
God I'm alive.
Thank
Because
God
it
I'm
seems
alive.
I've been very close to death on more than one occasion.
You have been, Jessica. Yes. Look it. Even Patrick says it's happened. I never use a phone while pumping gas. I mean.
Well, you're very safe.
Yeah. So Jess, you have been
warned. I won't do it anymore.
Yeah, no more.
More. You can get hurt without, one time when I went to my last high school reunion, my dad let me borrow his Corvette. It was a 90s Corvette, and the gas pump is in the back. You open the license plate and the gas pump's in there. So I stuck it in, but then I had a hard time yanking it out. And so when I pulled it, I accidentally squeezed and then threw it right in my face. So I went and got it right in my face, like a full splash of gasoline. But I was like 5 seconds away from the
explosion.
No, from the goddamn the party. What was it again? High school reunion. From the reunion. So I had a rush. I was with my best friend from high school, had a rush to the mall, run through the mall, try and find something that did not stink of gasoline. Put it on, got there, and I was like, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Hold on, I have to vomit. And I was in the bathroom almost the whole night because I swallowed gasoline. I'm lucky. Again, I'm lucky I'm alive.
You're lucky. Yes, Jess. This is so not okay. You are just living a life of peril.
I am blessed. I'm clearly here for a purpose.
Yes, you are. All right.
Is this
so now
purpose? Let's find out. Okay, moving on.
Moving right along. This was a really happy news for me. So Apple Podcasts, or Apple teamed up with Common Sense Media to curate podcasts for kids. I think this is a fantastic idea.
Me too. So exciting.
It's so great. I don't know if y'all do this, but I personally use Common Sense Media all the time. Like almost all the time. Whenever Randy says we're going to watch this movie, and I think, for whatever reason, I'm like, I don't know about that. Or if I'm watching something that I want to like show them, or something that I have not had the possibility to watch the entire thing myself, I will go to Common Sense Media and I will read all of the reviews. I will read all the feedback, everything that's happening there. And then I can make an informed decision based on what that is. And I think for podcasts, it is so good. And it is not necessarily to I use Common Sense Media primarily for questionable content for my children, right? To see if they're at the age to be able to watch something. But I think the reason that I like it with the podcast is not because of the questionable material, but more along the lines of when it's age appropriate. Because now the majority of podcasts, and I may be wrong, so please do prove me wrong, are for the little ones. They're great for younger ones, maybe all the way up to 7 or 8. But once you hit that 7 or 8, then it becomes I don't know, like it just doesn't happen. Then there's a gap, and then you get a lot of the sort of like early 20s, mid 20s type shows out
because
there
every
that are.
kid is different, right?
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is like there's a gap. Oh, I'm telling you that there's a gap. Like I don't want my kids to be listening to something like Wow in the World, which is an amazing show and they really love it, but now they're maybe moving outside of that norm. And then the next choice that they have is something like Love Line.
Yeah. That's
right?
true.
You know, because it's like, what's in the middle there? Like, what's the middle?
Well, there are shows in the middle, but you just have to, like Happiness or the Happy Show by Gretchen. What's her name?
Well, but that's a grown-up show. That's not a kid show. That's not
that
a
doesn't mean anything.
them.
I mean, isn't America's Funniest Home Videos an adult show? But kids watch it.
Well, yeah, but that's because it's silly. Well, that's what I'm talking about. It has to be something that the kids are interested in watching, listening to, but that isn't like, let's talk about life and how to be happy. You know, I mean, I'm sure Gretchen's is not like that, but something fun.
Yeah, it's heavy though. I know what you mean. It's heavy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
yeah,
Joe says it's hard to. Kids say it should be rated one thing, parents say it should be rated another thing, and then Common Sense Media finally gives their rating, a little confusing depending on the age. I completely agree. But one of the things is that I really like to read, like the thing that I watch is how much of whatever they have. So positive images, violence, sex, what is the other thing? Language, and they'll have like a little dot according to whatever that is, representation. They'll have a little dot, and then that way you can see what that means for yourself. And then I think as a parent, I'm able to then negotiate what they do. Like I just watched the new the Avengers thing, not the Avengers, the other one, Justice League, the new Justice League that just came out, the Snyder Cut, and it said it's a rated
4
R
hours
movie.
long.
Right. It said that it's a rated R movie, and I was like, rated R? What? And so I watched it, but my kids have watched The Matrix. So
yeah,
it's like, to me, it didn't merit. Like they're fine. We're gonna watch it. It's gonna be fine. They have like one like questionable, profane word towards the end because I was waiting for the. Where's the language? Because they got an R rated because of the violence and the profanity.
I mean, I know that I'm going to be talking to someone who probably did not have the same experience I did, but when I was in middle school, some of you who are watching this live, just, give me a shout out if this was you as well. But like the most popular thing to consume as a 12-year-old was NWA and the song Me So Horny, which was probably the most sexist, explicit, violent, like rap song up until Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B's song. That was probably the most explicit song ever, was Me So Horny. And they had another one about balls, I think. Anyway, it of course it was marked explicit, but like everyone knew it by heart. Every person I know knew it by heart. So like, even if there is a warning or a label, kids are going to consume. Yeah, Baby Got Back. That's not as explicit as Me So Horny. Come on. Ice Ice Baby. Now you're being ridiculous.
Well, that's because of isn't Ice Baby like drugs?
No, is it?
I don't know.
I thought he was Vanilla Ice because he's cool and he's white. Anyway,
listen, you are asking the wrong.
I guess the point I'm making is you should just watch it or listen first. Then if it's okay, you let them. Like Emily's favorite show at Hunter's age was House MD. And we would watch the whole thing. We watched House. And then if it was okay for her to watch, we would let her watch that episode. And if it wasn't, we'd delete it off of the thing. So she could
right. No,
it.
I'm cool with that. That's what I'm saying. It's like, but I would like to have a guidance to be able to double check on something if I'm not going to be able to listen right away. Right.
What if those people are like super nunny and like stitched up and conservative?
What?
But
That's why you trust other people to tell you if it's okay. That's all I'm saying. Like when I go on IMDb for shows,
that's the point of Common Sense Media, because you do get that. Like you get that. And so you can read people's opinions and then you go, oh, I understand what this person is coming from, but her standards for movies are these. That's not ours. Like you can tell. So then you can make a choice and you can go like, oh, I see how that is, right? So
I love that they're curating a list, because I would not know where to go otherwise, because it is too big of a job for me to listen to them all and just decide what Isaac should listen to. This is an amazing idea. I guess I was just thinking like, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can trust them. Or, I mean, like each one is different.
Well, Common Sense Media, I do actually trust. They do a really good job putting stuff together. So yes, I do trust that.
Oh my God.
And it gives me a very good understanding, like a broad understanding of making sure that I'm able to make the best choices that I can. So in that, and I also like it when they point out the problematic scenes, because then I can go, and I don't know if they're going to do that with the audio, because that's a lot of listening, right? It's like, whoa.
It is.
So because that when you start to see whatever that is, it's like there's a scene that does this and this and that. Then you go, oh, okay, it's that scene. Then you can actually go to that scene and then go, is this a yay? Is this a nay? Do I want them to see it or not see it? So then you can definitely make choices that are based on that. And that to me has been really helpful.
I think that the recommendations are based on the show as a whole, not necessarily
right. And I think that's true.
And they don't transcribe and evaluate. It's like the overall show is probably a good idea or not a good idea.
Yeah, because there would be a lot of consumption, and I think we're going to deal with that very soon here with another one of these articles that I posted in here. I wonder if that's the next one. Oh yeah, actually, it goes right into the next thing, which is here's another article, and this one is from Variety, and the headline for this thing, it says new group aims to warn advertisers about podcast perils. And the interesting thing about this is that it actually, I'm sorry, what?
Perilous.
Nothing.
I didn't say anything. Perilous means dangerous. Sorry.
That's right. Perilous.
Perilous.
Yes. Perils. But this one actually says that, and this is the thing that struck me. A quote from this article says, oftentimes, the best performing programs for an advertiser are the ones that have the strongest opinions and often can be very polarizing. It's very alluring. There are a lot of businesses that have built their companies on the back of polarizing personalities, says Dan Granger, CEO of Oxford Road, a media buying agency that does a lot of work with podcasts and is a member of the Roundtable. Then you wake up one day and you see something trending on Twitter because the host of one of these shows said something controversial, and all of a sudden everyone freaks out.
I'm Joe Rogan.
Oh my God. So, interesting that this is the thing that kind of, and so my thought process is, who is listening? And so what this roundtable does is that they kind of give you an idea of the type of biases and the type of possible problematic conversations that some of the podcasters might be.
I'm sorry. I totally just accidentally yelled into the microphone. I'm very sorry.
Okay.
The refrigerator alarm was going off and everyone outside my door is a moron. What?
You can correct them now if you'd like to, and then I'll just cut.
I've already done it on mute. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I just wanted to apologize to you guys. That's why I did that.
Thank you. I love it. As I do.
I thought I had pushed it, and then I realized I had. Sorry.
What is happening?
Okay. You know what I take from this article? What I take from this article is that we're not nearly controversial enough. We should argue. We should curse, and maybe even make some stuff up, because they're making all the money. Those guys.
First of all, you do curse. You do.
Yeah, we do, and we do fight, and not every day.
I don't make things up though. I guess that's my last barrier.
That's true.
To being Alex
but
Jones.
Why should you? Also, with the way that things are going, we would be canceled before we actually even made money.
Who would cancel us?
Because what's what I'm saying? I'm saying if we start like making stuff up or being super controversial, we would just be canceled before we even made the money. So then we would be canceled and not make the money.
The only way to be controversial is to hate someone or something. And I have a hard time feeling that strongly about literally anything. So there's no way I could be controversial, because if someone feels strongly, I'm just like, all right, maybe you're right. And then that's it. It's over. I can't care. I can't drum it up enough to be controversial. Well, you sound like you feel really strongly about this. You're probably right. Moving on.
Yeah, but I guess what the biggest conversation here though is that now there is like a thing. There's this new group, and that is been created so that they can display, and I'm not sure how they're going to do this though. That display the most and least bias, so that it's a chart. It's going to be prepared by the research organization at Fontes Media.
Hold on.
And
I thought I read how they were going to do it. Don't they put in keywords like a profanity filter?
I don't know.
They do it like, how Facebook gives you like on your page, they give you like profanity filter that you can filter out like words like Russia and Ray-Ban. I wonder if similarly, if you say like Trump enough times, you're on that list. If you say
so?
Maybe. I mean, it would be a good way to start. It may not be
I don't know.
Picture perfect.
I mean, what if you're just reporting? What if you're just reporting something and that happens to be the term that you're using? But see, here's what it says in this article. The goal of the organizers is to help advertisers find a way to monitor content and avoid boycotts launched by activists and consumers who often call out sponsors on Twitter and other social media outlets.
It's to help them avoid being canceled.
Right.
As if you could be safe from that for any reason.
Anyway.
Nobody is safe. Fuck up, campers. None of us are safe.
Well, now that's a thing.
If you leave the house, you're on the chopping block, possibly to be canceled.
Oh my God.
Did you guys know that Elsie, that even though I think pineapples with sunglasses and headphones are adorable and friendly, that Elsie has forbidden me from using pineapples in our design because it has some kind of cultural annotation.
It does.
Yes, I don't. Yes, that you have to, like, it is culturally, yes, it is not appropriate. There are some things that are just not appropriate for you to be using.
And pineapples...
A pineapple has a certain thing to it, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it is.
I thought you're supposed to bring a pineapple to someone's home to welcome them. That's what I remember.
No, there's like it's just like historical context and the way things are used and why they were used in the way that they were used. And so it depends on where you're like, no pineapples.
It used to be good luck to bring a pineapple to somebody's house as a
Right. That's why I thought it would be cute to use it for the Super Squad when we were welcoming people with pineapples that have personalities.
Here, but don't let anybody know.
No. We're not gonna here. Like here's under the table pineapple. No, come on.
It would only be under the table, so I didn't piss off Elsie.
We're not having pineapples with
I
glass.
don't need that kind of
stress. I know. So, I stress her out. She's always like, "Look at this," and I'm always like, "Well,
After that experience, I knew I could never be safe because it's a pineapple. Right. And if someone is going to ding me for culturally misappropriating a pineapple,
it wasn't misappropriating.
There may not be room for me in this new world.
It was.
So when they welcome you,
Look, Tara
would know.
It's not. See that,
Tara says pineapples are a sign of welcome, but it's rooted in colonialism because the British Empire colonized all the places where pineapples came from. So the wealthy had pineapples as a sign of prosperity. Well, Lottie freaking da.
Well,
but that's not the case anymore. Okay, but that's not the case anymore. Even if it's not,
we never used them.
I can't. What?
We never used them. I don't know it.
How do you feel about pineapple?
I fucking love pineapples. They're delicious.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Not a part.
Oh
I
my
didn't colonialize anyone. My
Dude,
ancestors showed up here.
It's time to be quiet. You need to now just be quiet. Do not say no, because all of us have it. Every single one of us have part of it, no, regardless of whether our ancestors, blah, blah, blah. No. Everybody has participated in some way, shape, or form. And it's just a matter of recognizing it. And that's where you move from. It's never like, my people didn't do it. Yes, your people did. The end.
No, but what I'm saying is, isn't
oh my God.
this a small enough issue that can be sort of like ignored if you just want to have a cute picture of a pineapple? Like, where does it end?
It could, but it ends when you don't have a partner that's
Tara.
totally insane about stuff like this. That's constantly like, oh my God.
Tara tells us the background and then says, I have pineapples all over my house. LOL.
Yeah, but that's your house. See, there's a difference between you having pineapples in your house and you leading with that as a brand choice.
I mean,
that's different. Okay. I have we have to make some of this decision. So anyway, who's gonna listen to Elsie?
I don't like that. Keep your mouth shut there, Tiberius.
Awesome.
I don't like that. Yes, thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Yes.
It's just that they were popular last summer because it was summer.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I'm moving on. Let's just.
Yeah. Anyway, you get a chance to do.
It might not be such a great time to put this on Twitter because I can't get rid of them. You can't block them.
Yes, you can on the thing.
I can?
And if you go to your stuff, I think you can.
All right, let me double check. I'm sorry. Did we lose?
Yeah, no shit, asshole. Thank you.
We all know.
Wow.
All right, so much for Twitter. I can't get rid of them. I'm looking. I can only block them in here. All right, no more Twitter.
Being fat is one thing, but being obnoxious and stupid is a whole nother thing. Because I can lose weight.
Right.
But like,
I'm both.
What are you going to do?
Oh my, look at that.
All right, why don't we do this? Why don't we just stay away from the chat for right now and just let them be an asshole over there?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Hey, dude, the 50s called. They want their haircut back. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Hey, dude, where'd you get that beard?
Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going.
Bundy. All right. Okay. IKEA's new podcast. Did you listen to it?
I did. I totally did. And it is possibly the most genius idea I think I've ever had. Or they have ever had. Not me. They. Have you, John? It is like the most incredible way for you to just go to sleep. It is a fantastic way in which did you know that the IKEA catalog is going to go away? Jessica Kupferman?
It's way overdue because it uses so much paper. Every time I get one in the mail, I feel sad. But, part of it is that like their online experience wasn't like ideal for IKEA. Like, I mean,
you are correct. You had to go to the store.
Going there is amazing. Perusing through the catalog is amazing. But like, yeah, the website wasn't really perfect. So if they are going to get rid of the catalog, I hope that means that they've made their website a little bit more user friendly because you couldn't order from it. Like it was a mess kind of.
And so now they're going away because of the, what do you call it? The fact that the pandemic is not allowing people to go do their stuff on the store. So given that, they are going to go in there and they're just going to record it. So yes, I did listen to it. And it literally is this lovely woman talking, doing her thing. And she reads the IKEA catalog.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. She
like
just
to read it.
She just reads. She just reads the IKEA catalog. The end. So that is up. It is a nice thing. It is a nice idea, and I like it. And it's also a wonderful opportunity for folks that are the the kind of thing that they do there is they are serving folks that don't hear, that are excuse me, that can't see, visually impaired. So now you know
That's
what kind of
nice.
furniture you want in your place. Can
Or what
we-
you can build while you're blind, I guess, which is
Well-
very little. Sorry.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
I mean, it must be hard to build those. I mean, I guess you can get them pre-built, or you can hire someone to build it for you, or maybe you live with someone who is not seeing impaired, and then they can build it for you.
And they can build it for you. But alas, we love the IKEA new podcast thing. And then we have the Google Podcast Preps fine-tune episode recommendations. So from 9 to 5, this is from 9to5google.com. We can now see, and I know John is no longer an Android person. He has once again come to the iPhone side of the world. And that one has a new setup now where you can have a little heart icon where it tells you what podcast to show you more episodes like this in your recommendations. So it's nice. Sure, it's got more shows like that. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question that's not on our show notes, if that's okay, quickly.
Yes, please.
Where? Are you ready?
Yes, I am listening.
Where is your camera that you're so far away and it's like above you? Like that's not your computer, is it? Do you put your computer on some kind of shelf, or how's that working?
It is working because I have it. So I have my desk, and then I have the camera that's behind my desk. There's another little table, and then the light is back after that, so it's a little farther away. That's how. Why? Is it different? It's different. It's different, right? You like it?
You're in more of like a studio. You're not standing, are you?
No, dude, I'm sitting. My chair is
You're
back
sitting
here.
in a desk.
Yeah.
You're further away. Yeah,
Yes.
It looks really good. I want that setup, but I don't know what I needed to.
Well, you have to have something. Where's your desk? Is your desk like?
I went by feng shui, so it's like the front door is. I'm facing the front door, but I'm not all the way backed up to the wall. I'm sort of like in the middle, and the desk sticks out in the middle, kind of like it's right by the window. So I mean,
all right. So what's
in front of me?
What's in front of you right now?
Bookshelf and empty space and the wall. It's like in the middle of
Is
the room.
there space between your desk and the wall?
Yes.
In front of you.
Lots of space. It's like in the middle of the room.
Then okay, do you have one of those little tables that you know when you're like eating at the by the sofa or on the sofa, there's a little table that you bring in, little TV table?
Yeah.
Get a little TV table and just put the little TV table in front of your desk.
Yep.
Right? And then put your camera. So the camera needs to be on a tripod.
Right, but I have the Logitech one that hangs on the back. Does that matter?
Me too, dude.
Oh, well then you put it on a tripod, huh? Hold on.
Yeah, you like screw it up into a little
tripod thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like gonna bring it and show you, but then I'm using that camera, so I can't do it.
I'm digging it. All right.
Yeah,
you guys,
and so
you're
then
welcome.
You move it. Yeah, exactly. You move it back a little bit, and then it gives you the option to have a little bit more of like a thing. And the reason I did this is because I wanted to get a little bit more width to the setup, and you can get a little bit more. I don't know. It just was better than just my face.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. I mean, it is. It's nice. It looks clean.
I like it.
But it also looks like, it looks like I just like it. I like the way it looks.
So yeah, anyway, but thanks. And I will actually be able to, for those of you who are listening to this, you can definitely check out the replay or whatevs from all of that stuff in there to figure it out. Thank you for asking me the questions. And I'll give you a show. I'll take a picture of it and send it to you so that you can see it.
Thank you. Okay,
I have one last thing here before we close out the show, I think. And I don't know if you knew this, but I think that Sky, our friend Sky, wrote an article for Hot Pod.
Was it Hot Pod? It's in.
Yeah. Yes,
Well,
because it's on Vulture, but it's part of
la-di-da-da.
Hot Pod.
Good for her.
That came out on
Yay,
March 9th.
Sky.
Isn't that neat?
Yay. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a long article, and I know that it was really smart and amazing. But I have to be transparent here that I literally just went in and I didn't read it. It's like, I didn't, not because I don't love Sky, but because I really wanted to pay attention to it and make sure that things were like I mean, she's got big thoughts, and the big thoughts are amazing, and I thought she had something amazing to say, and therefore I wanted to make sure that I paid attention at that time. And when I found this article, I was not in a place to pay attention. I just put it in the show notes and I did not go back. But the article is called The Long and Winding Roads to Hollywood. And it has to do, of course, with podcasting. So,
Yep. Do you want to talk about the article or just send people to it?
I'm going to send people to it unless you were able to somehow glean something majestic out of you scanning that article where you can sound like you know what she's talking about in here. Because in all honesty, I didn't even get a chance to do that.
I think I can do it.
Okay.
In November 2018, Amazon Prime Video released the first season of Homecoming, a 10-part series helmed by Sam Esmail, headlined by Julia Roberts and Stephen James. It's a psychological thriller that was critically lauded, banking a few Golden Globes nominations and a second season renewal. The story has become podcast industry lore because it was aided by behind-the-scenes audio companion released by Gimlet. And so it is sort of contributing to what she calls a now notable trend, that within a few years of the streaming debut, articles proclaiming that podcasts have become a Hollywood goldmine have become commonplace to a point where one could be forgiven for picturing podcast creators giddily stashing tinsel-laden $1,000 bills beneath their freshly installed Casper mattresses. But it's largely fantastical. It was then and it is today. Things have gotten option, but it's still a huge crapshoot is basically what she's saying. Like people are saying, oh, look, Demi Moore has a podcast. Everyone has a podcast. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be famous. And that does not exactly the stuff that's optioned is stuff from people who have already been in television and movies. Not like, you're not going to see Joe Rogan also has been in TV and movies, but you're not going to see, I don't know, who's like Tim Ferriss is not all of a sudden going to be in his own movie or whatever.
Yeah. Cause that totally sucks.
Oh my God. It would be so boring. Anyway.
We don't want that.
Tears.
No,
bored
we don't
to
want
tears,
that.
I tell you, bored to tears. So that's basically it. Just that, it's not it, that it seems like it's a path to Hollywood, but really it's not.
Oh my God.
Okay. So that's it. Okay. Lovely. Well, I guess we'll wrap up then. If anyone would you like to, is there anything else that
I'm trying to think about there was something else that just came up and I was like, okay, so can we do Elsie's tool tips really quickly?
Yeah.
And then we'll wrap it up.
Sure.
Okay.
Elsie's tool tips.
Okay, I have two things. One of them is that I got another pair of the ear thingies, the headphones. These ones are white. The ones that are in the ears so that you don't see them. And I got them because I am a huge believer, and I've said this before, and I think that it's like a military thing before, but it's like 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So it's the whole act of redundancy that you need to have like different kinds of backup all the time in case something goes awry. So I'm I get really obsessed with being able to have the second pair or the second solution to solve a problem. So I got these because when I started searching to get another pair of the ones that we got and we've told people to get beforehand, it seems like they sold out so much that you can't get the clear ones anymore. Can you believe it, Jess? You cannot get the clear ones anymore. The ones that you're wearing.
Cannot believe it.
They're gone. So now they have just the ones in black, and they have like another pair in I don't know what color. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can get another pair. So these ones that I'm wearing are a different brand. They are over the ears. They're clear in the ear part of it, but I didn't. And that's the reason I bought them. But when I got them, I I saw that the cord was white. But at this point, you can't really see them. Like, you can't see the cord. I have it behind me. So it's a different choice. So I'm going to put a link in the show notes of the ones that I got this time. They are still very reasonably priced. I think they ended up being like $15 or something like that. So in order to have the backup. And then the other thing that I wanted to share with you today is that I got my very first fancy pen. I have a fancy pen.
Let me see.
You want to see my fancy pen?
Closer. Ooh, where's it from?
It is
the one from the pen store, right?
Yeah. Well, this is it's like a step number 1 to have like this kind of a pen. I don't know what it's called. I forgot the name of it.
That is called a fountain pen.
A fountain pen. So this is my very first fountain pen ever in the whole world, and it is a Lamy Safari, and it is in this really beautiful sort of like metallic turquoisey green, not even turquoise, it's teal. It's a teal, metallic teal, and it is fantastic. I love my Lamy Safari pen. I'm enjoying writing in my notebook. I dig it. It's the very first, I was a little bit afraid of fountain pens. I was like, I don't know if this is going to do it, but they have a little thingy, the little inky cartridge thing that makes it super easy. So I'll put a link in the show notes for that as well, because it's making me very happy. And it's given me, again, writing things for me really makes my brain feel better. And I like to, take notes. I like to write stuff down that like it grounds me to be able to do it.
Would you like to
anyway, those are my 2 tool tips for today.
Would you like to hear a funny story about fountain pens?
Sure, please go for it.
So, my father collects fountain pens. He always has, like, he loves them as well, like writing his name with them and stuff. He's had a bunch of them like my whole life. And he also, when he would go to New York City, he would buy knockoffs because Mont Blanc is the most expensive kind of fountain pen, and they're like hundreds of dollars. So he would go to Chinatown and get knockoffs, and bring them home and give them out as gifts because that's what he likes to do. He also likes to give out $2 bills, like the most useless shit ever. Anyway, so one time he bought himself a real Mont Blanc pen, and he had this really nice one from Chinatown. So he put it in the real box and gave it to my uncle, who decided that he didn't really need a Mont Blanc pen and took it to Macy's to return it for $300.
Oh my gosh.
And the next time my dad saw my uncle, he was like, "Where's the pen I gave you?" He goes, "Oh, I returned it." He goes, "What do you mean you returned it? Where'd you return it?" He was like, "I returned it to Macy's." He was like, "Oh my God, you could have been arrested. It was a fake pen. You could have told me." You totally could have been arrested and thrown in prison for trying to. Thank God it's a good knockoff, though, right?
That is insane.
I know. That's crazy, right? But hilarious. Totally something that happened to my dad. Anyway, those are fun pens. They need cartridges, and don't press too hard. But yeah, they're nice.
I'm totally learning, and I already told my girls, don't
let them touch it.
Don't touch it.
Never. Because that little tip is very fragile.
Sharp.
And if it's sharp, but also it's very fragile. And if it gets like a crack or something, your line will no longer be
You're
solid.
screwed.
Yeah.
Look, my mom is watching, by the way. She's saying,
"Hi, Mom,"
that my dad has a real Mont Blanc. So I got my first pen. And also, Mom, this is the one Daddy has. I think it's the one that Daddy has.
Wait, is yours Mont Blanc also?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is I told you, it's a Lamy Safari. But I think that this is
right.
my dad got. I think my dad has this pen.
Yeah.
And I just finally bought it for myself. So
they're really nice. They're not cheap. It's like men and watches too. They also like pens. Anyway. All right. Well, it's time to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for listening to She Podcast. And for those of you who are watching, you guys are wonderful. If you want to find us on social media, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at She Podcast. You can find all the links that we talked about today on our website, shepodcast.com. If you would like to give us feedback, email us at feedback@shepodcast.com. And don't forget that you can sign up to get up to the minute updates on everything that we are doing, sales, live events, webinars, etc., just go to 302-240-3425 and type yes. Or you can also go to my.community.com/she podcasts. Thank you guys so much for being with us. Love you.
Mean it.
Bye.
Okay, we can stop recording.
Well, that was the first time that's ever happened to me.
Ugh.
And I would really like it if that were be the last time that's ever happened to me.
Yes.
So I went into, because I shut my mic off, and the only thing I was trying to do was get rid of him.
Yeah.
This is the first time this has ever happened, because I went into the She Podcast Twitter and put in his name in the search, and he does not come up.
Yeah.
And when I went into the comments and tried to bring up his profile, it would not come up.
What about Periscope? It must be Periscope, right?
It was in Periscope, which is Twitter, I think, unless he was part of
No,
Periscope.
there's a separate thing.
So he came in from Periscope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to do that as well as we were talking, trying to not bring any acknowledgement of their existence whatsoever, because it's
correct.
You do not feed anybody, particularly somebody as horrible as that person was. So I was trying to figure out how I could download Periscope, how I could find them and kick them out.
What I did was I went and deleted the tweet, which shut off the feed for Twitter and got rid of them. That was the only way I could figure out how to do it. And I figured that, we didn't need any more of that nonsense.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I tried to block him through Twitter. He's not part of Twitter. I guess he's just in from Periscope, which I thought you had to have Twitter to have Periscope. I don't know.
You do.
Yeah, you signed in with Twitter, I thought.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I guess. I don't know. I could not. I mean, he did not show up under any search results under his handle. I couldn't find him. So I apologize. I mean, and you can't block him. You can't. I was going through everything here on this side trying to see whether I could remove a comment, and you can't. That I can see. I went through all the settings. I'm like, I'm going through everything, and I couldn't find anything to get rid of them.
I was wondering if there was a way to do that from Periscope itself, is what I was looking at. And I searched, and when I went in there, the only thing that I saw was
so that dude must have had a standalone Periscope account.
I guess. He seemed to be familiar with our show, which is a little unsettling, or at least
I don't think he was familiar with our show, dude.
Well,
I think
Jess, because my name is on
because it's on the screen.
Okay.
And and you got these professional like this guy must just go around Periscope and look for.
Yeah, I don't think that this is somebody who knew us and was trying to be mean to us. This was a person who just came in and looked at our thing and decided to start to troll, just to be obnoxious and to draw attention to himself and not stop. And he was very keen on the things that knew was going to get like where he knew how to get into people's skin, and he just kept going down because all he wanted was all the attention. He just wanted us to get completely derailed. And so
that was the first time that's ever happened, as far as somebody.
But also that's the first time anyone's ever done that to me.
Right.
Not trolled me, but like.
And then I tried picking on him, so I tried to get him to come after me, and he wouldn't. Like I went after.
He knows exactly. What do you mean? I see the dude here.
You do on Periscope?
He has 8 followers, and he's following 18 people. He joined November 2020.
Oh, I went on my phone. I went into the search, and I used this thing. It does not show up on mine.
And then we can, I don't know, like, I'd have to see. No, it's here. I just don't know. Like, I could block him. You can actually block him from Periscope, but I don't know if what I'm signed in on is I'm signed in as Libsyn in here.
Oh. I tried it from my personal account. I tried it from my personal account, and I tried it from the She Podcast account. and I could not find. He would not come up under
Well,
the
might
search.
as well not waste our time because the first sign that comes in here is Periscope is discontinuing on March 31st, is what it says on it. So it's
Right.
like only open for a couple more days. But the dude is there.
I went and double checked. I'm like, you dope, you didn't spell that right. And then I went back and I went letter for letter, and then still put it in. And I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Thank you
but
for
that's
trying to
not.
get rid of him, though.
I was
Spent
trying
all
to.
second.
I'm sorry.
What are you? Don't even apologize. I was like, really?
How dare you?
How dare? Like, there's no. He just needs to
Yeah,
be.
I'm saying I'm
put out of-
sorry I'm so fat that you have to get rid of trolls.
No, dude. Listen, it doesn't matter what it is. He started off with me, is what he
Yeah, he
started
called you
off.
a
And
Nazi.
yeah,
Because you were
Yes,
not
that's
allowing
right.
us to talk about, because you weren't allowing us to talk about pineapples.
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn, there's pineapples. See what happens when you bring up a pineapple? All kinds of shit starts.
Yeah.
Well, they are
Asshole.
delicious.
Anyway, they are delicious.
They are delicious. So,
Okay, well,
All
it's been a very interesting time.
please send me your audio so I can figure out how to try to chop
Okay.
that thing up.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can just yeah.
All right. Say wave goodbye to
that.
everybody so I can broadcast.
Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, one thing, sorry, that was good is that I don't think anybody else was able to, like, you can't really see all the things.
Yeah, no, they can't see what he said. Only we could see
Yeah,
it.
nobody can see anything
Ah.
said. Like, they can't see any of that stuff because
Like,
it's in a
YouTube
different
can't
place.
see-
So
right.
there is no one area that
So they would
they
only
can all
see it.
see each other's comments.
Right.
Yeah,
They would only
Facebook
see it if I
can't
put it up there.
Correct.
Like if I put it up there,
We're
then
not doing that.
everybody would see it. No, of course not.
Right.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye.